And so the calm before the storm. Again, this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. Jim, this one always matters.
Well, we never really did friendly derbies, not when I was playing, Peter. But it's impossible to keep rivalries in check, completely in check. So while I'm not expecting everything to go flying at 100 miles an hour, this could get spicy.
And now, lining up.
It is our understanding that they've gone with a 4-5-1.
Well, this setup, Peter, can be very defensive if that midfield is in place purely to form a protective layer in front of the back four. But it can also be the launchpad to very quick counter-attacks. If you can offer pace and accuracy on the front foot, it can have a devastating effect, actually, at the offensive end of the pitch too.
Well, as you can see, we've already started here. There's the shot! And another try!
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Nicely weighted ball. And he's running through! That's a good ball out wide. Soboslai unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Played through into space. Vitz. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Eze. And it's made its way to him. And here's Saka. Saka. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's on it, can he get away?
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Zubimendi. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, good spread. Showing great feet there. He's picked his way through. Timber's cross. Konate can get it clear. Not the most convincing of passes. Ekitike. Saka. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Now it's Havertz. Madueke. He's looking wide. Rice. And here's Havertz. And the shot! He's delivered all right!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
Simplicity itself.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One is...
Ekitike! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Arsenal can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're underway again. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Passing nice and neat. Rice. And the counter is on. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Gakpo.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Wriggles his way through. Saka. Arsenal do have a chance to counter here. Nicely worked. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
62,005.
Tries to play it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Van Dijk. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going...
Decent chance! It's there! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Arsenal are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
That's an imaginative pass. That'll be a corner.
Substitution.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Raya gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And now they can spring out of defence. Saka does really well to win the ball there. Timber. Now it's Eze. He's cut it out. Vitz. Now it's Isak. Leading by 2, and the finishing line in sight. Eze! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Liverpool making another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Arsenal find a position of real strength now. And it's Nayoni. Well, that's well spotted. Eze, Gravenberg wins the duel this time.
Added time.
Timber goes steaming forward. And he cuts out the supply. 5 minutes to add. Eze. And there goes the final whistle. Arsenal really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Eze voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Arsenal really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
Just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin for joining us and to wish you a very good day.